Thanks for downloading this Little Empire podcast. This show has a real-life, live record event that you can come to in Auckland, New Zealand during the NZ International Comedy Festival powered by Flick Electric Co. Deets and tickets at comedyfestival.co.nz.
You gonna play that dastardly intro again?
Ow! This movie's still fine. One of them dies, that goes squirrel. One of them's a hottie, his name is Jay. One of them looks like Johnny Depp, and his name is Johnny Depp.
Classic Maximum Joseph.
You forget that films are supposed to have a point.
Hey man,
What's up?
just had a lovely pee.
Welcome everyone to episode 41 of season 3 of a podcast by the name of The Worst Idea of All Time. I'm one of the co-hosts of said show. Its name is Tim Batt.
My name is Guy Montgomery, tethered at the hip, as always, to my constant companion.
In a good way.
And foil, Tim Batt. Nah man, that beer fridge is really firing up.
Oh, she goes like the clappers.
Yeah.
It's an intense sound, and I can't help but feel that it is drawing an exceptional amount of power. We're coming to you live from my kitchen because I have lost my house keys and locked myself out of the podcast studio.
That's great. That's a really good start. This is I'm working with Tim at the moment. We're working on a project together, and it's hard work and it's good work. And Tim is in charge of production elements.
I'm the producer of the project.
That's right.
It's a TV project. Wow, it's a web project for a TV place.
That's correct. And Tim sent out an email tonight ahead of it. We've had a few big work days, and we've got another big one tomorrow. And Tim sent out an email to the cast and crew, the guy in charge of production, that reads, in all likelihood, I won't be able to do a call sheet for tomorrow. Sorry, don't have the time tonight. And then some information, and then the end of the email. Also, I've lost my car keys, grey knitted hoodie, and small black Sennheiser earphones. If anyone's seen any of the things, let me know. Thanks, Tim, and his phone number, which reads so much less like a production email and so much more like a cry for help.
It's because we're on day 4 of it or something now. We've all become fast friends, and I feel like I can ask them for my keys. Except the people who are only coming on it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's not important. Sorry.
Yeah,
just thought it was funny.
It is funny. It's a funny thing, and it's.
I just love to laugh, Tim.
Yeah, I know you do. I've been getting that sense. I saw you in Melbourne doing a lot of laughter, and I'm seeing you do it all again here, and it warms the cockles of my heart.
Hey, how are you going?
Me?
Yeah,
I'm good. I'm really good, thanks.
What would you say about our screening of We Are Your Friends that we just had?
Highly disrespectful. We're in the kitchen. There's a lot of noise. Not only that, but we've been shooting for about 12 hours today, and we walked in the door, or rather I came home and you came home about 2 minutes after me to my place, and I just pulled my laptop out and a Bluetooth speaker. I said, right, this is it, and then just turned the movie on.
Yeah.
We haven't paid it a great amount of
well, I said,
word? Reverence.
Yeah. We locked out of the studio, said we could put this on, we could go to my place, watch it on a couch, put it on a TV, and you said, let's just do it.
And
you flopped out your tablet, you put it on top of a giant mason jar, you keep on your kitchen table.
Yeah.
You put a Bluetooth speaker under it, you put some, nachos.
But it's still the movie, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, but I just think because of the setting, it was very difficult to feel like we were really... not as involved, the word, surrounded, immersed. Immersed is the word.
Yeah.
Never fully immersed in the world of the film.
No. Well, some weeks we get right up in there to the point where we're in the upside down. That is, We Are Your Friends. And then other weeks it's an impenetrable fortress, which we cannot gain access to, for we do not have the key, for we lost the key and now must request that the cast and crew search through their pockets to find it.
That's what I liked about the movie this week. Watching it closely, a lot of people combing around in the bushes, just a lot of extras working hard trying to find those keys.
Looking for Tim's keys, and it's about time someone did. I haven't seen you move a bloody finger to look for those keys.
Last time I said I'd scour for your keys, it took me 2 years. 2 years of my life gone for a set of keys that were in your back pocket the whole time.
Yeah, but that discredits everything that happened while you were looking for those keys. You started a family.
Yeah, and you dragged my name through the mud while I did it.
Yeah, but you emerged a stronger person, and now you know how to take it on the chin.
A stronger person, but the mental toll and emotional turmoil that you put me through in those 2 years is...
Not everyone realizes, but Guy Montgomery was not his original name. That is a moniker that he's adopted after his original name was, as he rightly points out, dragged through the mud by yours truly, Tim Batt, a man who has retained his birth name, because no one's treated me like I've treated the man you now know as Guy Montgomery.
I was put inside of a witness protection program under the name of Guy Montgomery. Within 2 months, Tim had found me, kidnapped me, taken me away from my family, my beautiful family, and started this podcast.
And if I had to do it all again, I would. In a heartbeat.
I've sort of come to terms with it all, but the emotionlessness is how callous you are about what you did. I think that's what still irks me, if anything does. And by the way...
Dude, don't get up at me with this. I looked at the world and the state of events that was happening, and I thought to myself, the world needs a podcast from me and the guy who's now going by the name Guy Montgomery because he freaked out in the witness protection program when they asked him to get a new name. What do you want your new name to be? Man. Oh, wait, that's not a name. Guy. Fucking look at you now. Bet you regret that.
Is that how you knew to find me? Because you just thought of what you thought would be the stupidest name, and that's what you think of me?
Well, yeah. And I mean, some people, when they've got a stupid name, they sort of grow into it. But you picked yours. You're a fucking moron.
I gotta tell you, Tim, it's really hard hearing all of this now. Usually we've been sort of united in railing against the film, but I guess sometimes when you can't break into the world of the film, we turn on ourselves.
Usually we haven't, delved into the past history, which we don't usually speak of for certain reasons. I think legal reasons would be the main one. You're going to get in a lot of trouble if we put this one out.
I
realise that, but now it's open.
We both are, man.
I want to ask how your family is. So, Tim, how is your family?
Would that I could, but I can't contact them. Okay. That was your decision.
Yeah.
So it seems really mean-spirited, as I say, mean-spirited for you to ask me that question when you know that it's specifically the one thing I want that you are blocking me from being able to do.
It's pretty funny, eh? It's like punching someone in the arm and then going, hey, how's your arm? How's your left arm? I just hit you.
It is a lot like that. And that my arm is sort of my emotional well-being and also, the physical and mental well-being of my family, the people I love the most. If that was my arm and the punch was sort of you.
Fuck, you do a lot of talking, don't you?
Oh, my God. Never. In the 3 years I've spent attached to you, have I been so deeply offended and disrespected by the treatment you are giving me. I open up on the podcast for the first time, like you asked me to do. You wanted to talk about this stuff. And now you keep knocking me down.
I asked you to talk about it because I thought it would be good for both of us. I thought it would be good for you. I thought it would be good for me. But apparently it's not. It's gotten toxic.
I feel like you're gaslighting me, Tim Batt. I really do.
I don't. But what is gaslighting? Ultimately,
that even in and of itself feels like part of the broader gaslight.
Is gaslighting just to confuse someone? Really, it seems like something millennials have grabbed and become a big fan of, but it basically just means to confuse someone. Am I more or less on the right track here?
Like, I don't really have time to get down to the semantics of gaslighting when you opened up all of these old open wounds and sores.
I'm putting my hand up and saying, I don't think anyone fully knows what they're talking about when they keep banding around this term gaslighting. You've changed the topic of
conversation from the family, which you've brought up.
Should I turn the fridge off?
No, it's okay.
All right. It is keeping 3 beers cold, so, that's always a good use of what I imagine to be a phenomenal amount of power.
Yeah, I reckon you could probably fit up to 60 beers in that fridge.
It is a beer fridge, actually. I won that fridge. Funny story. It's a Carlsberg branded fridge that's got a green fluorescent light that shines through it. It's like you see in the bars, like a display fridge. And I won it because I was at the supermarket with Nick Sampson when I lived with him many moons ago, who you might know from the Walkout Boys podcast.
Our enemy podcast.
And we were at New World and doing some grocery shopping, and there was a competition to win a Carlsberg fridge where you just had to drop your receipt in with your name and your number and your address on the back. And I said, you know what? I'm going to enter that because no one ever enters these competitions. They think they're made up and fake. So I put my docket in and I won the bloody fridge.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Man, it's sort of similar to when I won an ant farm from the Georgie Pie colouring in competition, but that was actually graded on merit, so I had to put time and effort into what I did.
Are you gaslighting me, you son of a bitch?
No, I'm just comparing experiences.
Oh, okay, damn it, I've still not got it. Did you seriously win an ant farm?
Yeah, I did.
I didn't know we had them in This sounds weird. I didn't know we had them in New Zealand. I know that they're
Ants.
not. Ant farms have always struck me like sea monkeys as being a very American thing you see on TV, but you don't really experience it in real life.
Well, funnily enough, I raised a family of sea monkeys in my ant farm. They were very confused.
I'm pretty sure you just told me we weren't allowed to talk about that family. There are certain legal obligations.
That was before. That was the family I grew up with. That was before.
Oh, that was your first family. The family we can't talk about is your second family.
The family that you're preventing me from speaking with.
Working on a third. All right. Guys having sex, everyone. I just want to let you know. So the movie this week, on its 41st watch, is appearing tissue thin. Not a great plot to grip you. Not a lot of good visual accompaniment to capture your gaze.
Notes.
I was listening to an interview with a director whose name I forget recently on the radio. And they were talking about how... Oh, actually, it was in light of... oh, my God, this is so bad. A very famous director died. I can't remember his name or the movie he's most famous for. Who died this week? Like, way before their time, in his late 50s.
I don't know who that was either.
Jane, have you been reading the paper? Did you see that director who died this week? Do you know who I'm talking about? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm asking you. What director? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Hi, Jane, also. It's good to see you in the kitchen. Here in the flat.
Hey, Jane.
This is where the flatmates come. So he
of
was
course,
saying,
this is where the flatmates come. This is the shared living area.
You're too right. And he was sort of one of these famous directors was quoting a conversation with this recently passed director I can't remember any details about, who was saying that, you know, in a movie you've got to always have something for the eyes. The eyes are the organ that take in a movie, and you've got to always, in every part of the film, every second, you got to have stuff for the eyes to do, to be drawn to. Seems simple, but they very much ignored that in this film.
I didn't know that. I mean, it sounds so simple to almost be a truism. When you're dealing with a movie, you want to give people something to look at. Well,
but it's deeper than that, isn't it? It's like at all times there should be visually interesting things happening, not just every now and then put a pretty shot in the mix, you know? Should be every frame, every 1/24th of a second should be picture perfect.
Man, it sounds like a lot of work. And I think my attitude is certainly the attitude that was taken to by the people involved in the movie making process this week. So
not that lofty.
What I got for you to begin with, Tim, just a minor grievance really. This is just pathetic. This is a scrape against Jarhead's personality, which is really such an unfair thing to do because, you know, of course he's got his problems.
We've all got our problems.
But his mantra, the old "don't bro me if you don't know me," just really struck me as a negative way to walk into any social situation.
Too right.
I just couldn't help but feel like we could be watching a different movie. If only he would sort of approach people with a laid back and friendly demeanor, probably something more along the lines of what Squirrel operates. Just sort of quite a, you know, relaxed, genial dude.
The world could do with a few less jarheads and a few more squirrels, which if you just say the sentence out loud seems quite odd.
Yeah.
Like, what is a jarhead?
I don't even know in the real world. I just think in the movie, I'd just like to see one with 2 squirrels and no jarheads.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, yeah. 2 squirrels, no jarhead, 1/2 of the Johnny Depp that we've got, and half more Zaccoli. So we got 1.5 times the amount of crying DJ that we've signed up for currently.
So there's a
half. I'll go small side of Johnny Depp.
And grain into...
Can you please get me 2 mains of squirrel, and I'm swapping one of my jarheads out for another squirrel. So we're coming out even. I'm not adding to the dish, I'm swapping it.
Yeah. But the fusion you've created is half the personality and physicality of Zaccoli and half the physicality and mentality of Johnny Depp.
I guess that's fusion. One way to do it, yeah. I mean, I was thinking just more...
zombie-like.
I mean, look, that's better than what I was thinking. I'll be the first to admit it.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking just more of Zaccoli, like a half again. Or whatever screen time Johnny Depp's got, cut it in half, give it to
see.
Zakola, and then leave that other half
I
to
see.
Johnny Depp. But I like where your head's at.
I like where your head's at, man.
A Dragon Ball Z style fusion has taken place of a character who is betwixt Zakola the Crying DJ and Johnny Depp.
But you're saying we just got to write them out. We need more screen time for Squirrel.
Okay, here's what I'm thinking now. 4 squirrels running around. Just running around
That'd be such a good...
with an inability to get into pools without... Imagine seeing 4 people fuck up getting into a pool at once.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
That was one of the few... There was a good laugh that Jahid provided this week when they would jump into the pool, and Jahid does a cool flip. They're all in quite good nick, these boys. And then Squirrel's going to be the last one, and just ADR, out of shot, Jahid shouts out, "Hey, Squirrel, do a backflip," which...
Coupled with the image of Squirrel struggling to get his pants off before he can make it into the pool. They cut on a great musical cue as the song comes in with a particular beat to cut to 6 hours from now where the party's heaving. But the last thing we see is Squirrel about to fucking nail himself on that hard concrete.
And for Jahid to know full well that Squirrel's not a very competent athlete, and for him to even get into the pool without falling down would be an achievement of titanic proportions. To suggest that he attempt a backflip on the way in.
It's pretty funny, eh? It's like, I mean, this is a way meaner version of it, but it's like throwing your car keys at a blind guy, you know?
That is a lot meaner.
Yeah, it's a more mean-spirited version of it.
Really showing the seedy underbelly of Timbat this week.
He's got a dark
Mr.
core,
Timbat,
I'll tell you that.
He sure does.
He's an enigma wrapped in a riddle, smothered in contradiction, with a deep, dark centre.
Wowee.
Of love.
But dark love.
But specifically dark love.
What was I going to say? Oh, it's going to be great, but it's hard to remember, isn't it? Oh, it's good. No, what I like about that joke from Jahid, that Squirrel do a backflip, is that rings true as a joke you would make amongst friends to me.
Yeah.
You know, you'd say to the least athletic person when jumping into the pool, "Hey, do the most athletic thing a human can do."
I get it, and I think whoever's listening gets it too. I think we're all on board.
Do you get it?
He's talking to you, listener.
No, I'm looking you dead in the eyes.
Oh, man.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm there. I like that you're wearing your hat that I bought you from Japan. That's cool, man. I like that you've taken to that.
Thanks. Yeah, I really like the hat too. Although, given the current climate of conversation that we're having, I feel like you're sort of saying that as like, yeah, I'm in your pocket. Like,
no,
yeah,
not at all. Not at all. Can't a man just get a friend of his a gift hat and then be happy when he wears it?
I tell you, I really love the gift. I thought the gift was a lovely touch. I'm more specifically referring to when you filled it with glue while we were watching the movie tonight and said, "Hey, Guy, can you try this hat on again? I've changed the size."
It's pretty good, eh?
If by good you mean terrible.
Look, you love to laugh. I love a gag. You know, we're pranking, we're goofing, we're goofy guys pranking each other all the time. That's who we are. We're the pranksters.
No, you're the prankster.
Prank
I'm
pals.
the victim.
Do you know, I fucking hate practical jokes. I honestly do.
Why do you hate them?
I think they're a massive waste of time. It just aggravates me that there's people trying to do shit and these fucking assholes who don't have anything better to do but think up elaborate Dennis the Menace schemes on their mates.
That is the comedy of it.
Yeah, I know.
The amount of time and effort is exactly where the laughs are wrought.
Like tarring and feathering someone who's walking down the street. That's not so much a prank, is it? I've plucked my prank as a medieval punishment for like an adulterer or something.
Is that what that is? It's such a crazy way to tell someone off.
I'm so tired at the moment. Everything is just mixed up.
So crazy. All right, well, you had sex with someone else's partner, so we're going to have to cover you in tar and put feathers on you.
Feathers is so innocuous too. That's the funny bit. Tar has to be so... It's like burning hot bitumen on your skin, just ruining the biggest organ you have. You'd be in searing pain. And then feathers is for the audience, eh? Feathers is for the fucking crowd.
Feathers is capitalism at its finest. Feathers is the people who put on the production being like, we need to make some more money.
We need showbiz, baby.
And distributing feathers for $5 a bag.
Oh, you think Big Chuck's in on this?
No, I think Big Tar.
Big Tar, but Big Tar wouldn't be bringing in.
They're both in
Do you
bed.
know what Big Tar's version of feathers would be? More tar.
Yeah,
We're gonna tar and tar you.
Big Tar and Big Feather are in bed together.
They are, man. One can't exist without the other. It's like the pharmaceuticals.
If you're looking
and
for oil, you got to
and the
look under the
insurance and-
chickens, man.
It's follow the chickens. I've always said that.
Yeah, God, but the government, they just don't listen to our
Let's
ideas.
stay in it. I gave you the opportunity to jump in the life raft, but let's get there. You know, if you're wearing a tinfoil hat, the problem is that's going to amplify their ability to read your mind. What you need is a lead hat. That's why X-Men's so good, because they got that shit. Magneto's helmet isn't made of tin, because Professor Xavier will be able to get right. It'll make his job easier. You need a lead-based alloy to protect your thoughts from Uncle Sam. That's what you require.
Well, Tim, I would put one on if I could, but I've got this fucking hat
I know. And
from Japan glued down to my scalp.
the joke's worth it for me. The joke's worth it for me.
Well,
Plus, what thoughts is Uncle Sam going to be reading from your brain? Man, I wish Tim hadn't glued this hat to my head.
Or, man, I wish I could speak to my family who I love so dear and true.
That's true. That's true. This movie's still fine. Hello, listener. This is Tim Batt, interrupting your podcast to bring you a short ad that is only relevant to people in my home, New Zealand. If you're not in New Zealand, my apologies. The NZ International Comedy Festival, powered by Flick Electric Co., is happening from April 27 till May 21 and features literally every single Kiwi on this podcast network. There are many, many great live comedy shows happening, so if you enjoy this podcast, chances are you'll enjoy seeing them live. Go to comedyfestival.co.nz and buy tickets to some great shows now. That's comedyfestival.co.nz. This movie's still fine.
So we should probably continue talking about the movie We Are Your Friends.
Well, I had an idea for a new segment, which I thought of a month ago and we keep forgetting, which is, what's happened in the bathroom?
We ask it every week. We always have, and we always will. Such are the rules of the game.
As you know,
Yeah.
Johnny Depp, he steps out in the morning of after the party. The morning after the party.
The biggest party you can think of.
Yeah. Whatever party you've got in your head, double it. And then cover it in tar, and then another helping of tar.
Yeah. That's right. Tim's
And then
just
put a
bought
glued cap on it.
Tim just bought a lot of stocks in tar after that conversation on his phone. It's why he sounded a little distracted. But after
the good
party,
thing is I'm wearing a lead containment unit, so the stock market can't read my thoughts and short my stock. I've got it covered.
Johnny Depp comes out of the bathroom and he says, "You do not go in that bathroom." Or have you guys seen that bathroom?
What does he say?
And he does like almost the whistle from the Fantastic Mr.
Isn't
Fox.
it like you won't believe
what's happened in that bathroom?
Yeah.
And then he does like a hand across the neck gesture, like it's.
What do you
cut.
think is it? And I'm just going to press pause on that for a second. We'll get into the segment momentarily. What is up with the fact that we have not absorbed the script of this film? Because, like, we did it with Grown Ups too, to the point where we got that movie. We were there, I think, by 42. Sex and City 2, I'm going to put down to duration. This one and it was also, the dialogue was so weird that it was quite hard to remember. But this one seems like we should be able to remember it.
No, it's a little bit harder, I think, because the pacing's different. Because Grown Ups 2 is just so many, they throw as many gags at it as possible. It's just this constant noise of.
Kind of like me.
Yeah.
Tim, the prankster.
I wouldn't call what you do noise so much as quite specific and hurtful crime.
Yeah. It's good, eh? It's good stuff.
But yeah, I think because there was so much happening all the time, we sort of, and also, I don't know, maybe if, first love.
Yeah, that's true. The first cut is the deepest.
But this one, there's so many, there's all this music in between and like these moody shots and they tried to at least attempt a visual style. Which means that I feel like the script isn't as...
Yeah, that's true.
It's moodier. There aren't as many words to latch onto. It's more feelings you need to have.
You've nailed it, mate.
Why, thank you.
What a film buff. Because Grown Ups 2 is ostensibly a comedy. It was marketed as such. So it's like very much about the dialogue. Sex and City 2, very like emotional drama. Well, kind of comedy, a dramedy.
Yeah.
A lot of relationships. What are relationships if not communication between people? So it's all about the dialogue. And then this movie is just like, oh, you want to see some sexy people and hear some cool kick-ass tunes? here's those things.
Yeah.
We think. And then all the words are very second.
Yeah.
So it's a later thought.
Which is a shame because I feel like often the dialogue in movies is one of the best bits.
Yeah, and some. Not all of them.
So the segment.
Yes.
Johnny Depp comes out of the bathroom. Something terrible or disgusting or crazy is happening there the night before.
You won't fucking believe what's happened this week in that bathroom.
I certainly won't.
There's 3 people in there.
Go on.
They're all out cold.
Oh my God.
They've been drinking all night and they're asleep.
Okay.
But with such a deep sleep that they're snoring completely with their mouths open, all 3 of them, and they cannot be roused.
What's the square meterage on this bathroom?
The bathroom is a standard 4x4, 16 square meters. Not big, not tiny.
What's in it?
Bathtub and shower combo. A vanity, which I would call smaller than usual. And an ancient grandfather clock.
So 3 people's going to be a real squeeze.
Yeah, one's up against the grandfather clock.
Is there a toilet in there?
No, that's in the toilet.
I see.
What about a bathroom, don't you understand?
A lot of bathrooms have both.
Yeah, you got me there. So we've got one passed out person who's fallen asleep upright, propped up against the grandfather clock, which is insane because the thing chimes every hour. Do you know how hard it is to sleep past 11 when you're propped up against a grandfather clock? 11 strikes.
Yeah, I imagine it would be, phenomenally difficult.
The crazy thing is about putting it in the bathroom as well, is it's the most reverb heavy room in the house. So if you're in the shower at the strike of 8, it's like this intolerable experience where water's beating on you, you're waking up, you're having a good time, and then it's just this fucking vibration just shattering your skeleton first thing in the morning.
No, I mean, and that's, I think, what first struck me when you brought up the fact the grandfather clock was in the bathroom. I thought, now that seems an odd design choice.
Oh, man, I don't make apartments in LA. I just go to them sometimes. So we got 2 other people. One has slotted themselves into the combination bathtub and shower, and one's just out cold on the floor, on the tiles. Now, here's the fucking...
Who do you reckon's got the most comfy spot out of those 3?
Probably the floor, if I'm honest. The bathtub seems like a good choice, but if you start doing the angles and measure how long you are versus the tub, I mean, it's not going to work out.
Comfy to have a nap in during the evening.
Yeah. But then you
no
wake
good
up,
for a night's sleep. It's like a lazy boy.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, listen, I'm not trying to oversell how comfortable the guy on the tiled, cold floor of a bathroom is, but I'm just saying he's best of
underfloor heating.
No,
probably not.
Absolutely
There's no way.
not. I'm afraid not. I'm afraid to say there isn't.
Do you ever notice? I just want to go back to this lazy boy thing.
Yeah.
In the afternoon, you can fall asleep on a lazy boy for like up to 3 hours, and it's fantastic. You ever tried sleeping overnight on a lazy boy?
No,
Everything that is uncomfortable about that chair reveals itself to you.
So what's going on? What's happening?
It's just a different
Why
setting.
are there kids loudly playing at 9 o'clock at night?
How old are you, dude?
It's
Let the kids
Sunday.
play.
It's terrifying. I'm not like worried for them. I'm worried about them for me.
No, I think it sounds to me like you're agitated.
It's like that movie The Warriors, because I'm worried and they're little gangsters or something.
They're just your
roaming around.
Man, this is the sort of attitude which leads you to committing all of these heinous crimes.
I haven't committed any recently, so it's all good. Are they little gangs in The Warriors? I'm not even sure if I've seen it.
Nah, I haven't. I think it's got the iconic line, Warriors.
Yeah, come out and play.
Which was famously appropriated by Day Harmo, New Zealand rap superstar. Riders, come out and play. Yeah, boy.
Why haven't the New Zealand Vodafone Warriors used that? It's excellent. What a great way to take the field.
Just seems a little off-brand for mine. Back to the bathroom. We've got one.
So here's the crazy bit.
Yeah.
Person in the bathtub, tarred and feathered.
Oh, wow.
That's why Johnny Depp walked in and was like, what the fuck? And then walked back out and was like, guys, you will not believe what's happening there.
So it wasn't in reference to the fact that a grandfather clock was in the bathroom?
That's always been there. That's his grandfather clock.
He finished that.
Dude, that's his grandfather. Johnny Depp's granddad is a fucking upright wooden clock that chimes on the hour.
Johnny, we're so glad you've moved to the city. Would you like to come around for dinner? I would love to. Do you mind if I bring my grandfather clock? Sure, clock sounds nice.
The funny thing about my grandfather clock is he's also my grandfather. Doesn't say a lot, but I hear from him once every hour.
All great material. Oh wow. So
that's what's going on in there. And to be fair, to be fair, the boys wouldn't believe that if Johnny Depp could have finished explaining to them what was there, were it not for one dead squirrel, which would have actually been fine if we had some spares in the movie, like Guy and I have just recommended.
Then
maybe they could try that next week.
They would have had a slightly...
Hey, Maximum Joseph, I know you're listening to the podcast, dude. A lot of people on Reddit tagged you and, told you of our endeavours, and people tag you on Twitter and they say, hey, these bright boys, you got to give them a chance.
Man.
I know you're listening. You got to get more squirrel in next week.
Man, the thing is, we just want to talk to you, man.
We just want to
reason we're doing this, dude.
We just want to talk to you,
Joseph. Got a few ideas. We'd really like to talk to you
got
about.
A couple of concepts I want to throw at you, dude.
If you just give us a chance,
bro.
Man.
You need to get in a room with us, and it is important.
Oh, it's so important. I don't even know.
You're gonna laugh later that it's taken you this long. You're gonna kick yourself.
Yeah, you will. Also, if anyone else is listening, this is a bit of an SOS from me. I'm just trying to squeeze in. I've been kidnapped by Tim. Hey, Nick. Welcome home.
People will remember Nick
You're
from...
okay.
Yeah, especially these mics won't even pick you up. Yeah. Yeah. They're good, eh? Nachos. People will remember Nick from episode 29, season 1 of the podcast, where he featured as a snoring edition on the couch.
Sorry, it was a method role. He prepared for it and executed it with
He's been preparing all his
incredible
life.
Professionalism. He was actually, could I say, a real joy to work with. A real pro on set.
You can say that. I could now say that about you, but I won't.
Yeah.
Shame, Dick. Take that. Boom. Tar and feathers.
We've got other business to attend to, of
Sure
course.
do.
James Reed from the Feelers,
Love
a man about whom we have not spoke this week. Tim is falling asleep in his hand.
No, I'm all good. Let's hit it up, bro. The Feelers are my fave.
Okay.
James Reed, my second favourite feeler.
Who's your first favourite
Oh, dang it. I really set myself up for this one, didn't I?
There was a moment where I was like, maybe Tim went to the trouble before this record of learning another Feeler's name.
Dude, I don't know if you got the production email, but I can't even find my fucking house keys at the moment. I'm at a loose end. But my favourite feeler would absolutely be Rames Feed from the Feelers.
Rames Feed.
Nope.
Yeah, no, I don't think Rames Cheat.
Rames Cheat. Swing and a miss.
Oh my God. Keep it together, dude.
It's so hard to do right now.
Okay, here we go.
Matchbox.
5, 6, 7.
Oh yeah, there's a song. I forgot.
Matchbox.
No, can we do it in 3-4 times? So can we do a waltz?
If you teach me.
1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Getting sentimental with James Reed. Too hard.
Yeah,
Doesn't really fit.
It was challenging. What's in the MacBook Pro box, you ask? A good question. Why it is a Matchbox 20 Greatest Hits CD. He said you're only allowed to play Summerfest if you put the CD into the CDJ
Can you name one?
and play the album in its entirety.
Can you name one song that's on that?
3
that disc?
a.m.
Baby. That one.
Yeah. Also, they sneakily put Santana and Rob Thomas's smash hit "Smooth" on there as a bonus track.
Fucking hell, there's a lot of music out there, eh? Just in the world.
Anyway.
Matchbox 20 are one of those bands that I put in a kind of anamorphous group of like 90s to sort of mid-2000s rock that I sort of detest. Like if the radio's on, I won't change it for much, but I'll change it for Matchbox 20.
I'll sing along.
Comes
I'll sing along, man. I'm just going to tell you some of their other hit songs.
Please, lay them on me.
Well, I wish you would.
Yeah.
Unwell. I'm not crazy. I'm just a little unwell.
Oh, that's a good song, actually. But I think I only like that because I got to know the Weird Al Yankovic version before the original.
Good old Weird Al. If you're gone, baby, it's time to come home.
Ugh. Dross.
How far we've come. Remember that one?
No.
Well, anyway, suffice it to say, it's a very generous gift until James Reed reveals his dastardly scheme, which is you must play, if you want to DJ for me, you must play the CD in its entirety at Summerfest. As Akai said, but James Reed from the Feelers people don't like Matchbox 20. No one's come to listen to a Matchbox 20 Greatest Hits CD.
I fucking love this.
And James Reed from the Feelers was like, I know Zaccoli.
Yes, it's a test.
Yeah.
It's a test of loyalty.
Yes.
This is brilliant. This is what cult leaders do. They get their second in command to go out in front of everyone and lie to them bold-faced. They make them say something that is untrue as a test of their loyalty. James Reed is he's a megalomaniac. He's insane. And he's got Zaccoli wrapped around his little finger.
Yeah, man.
And he's going to do it. Zaccoli will do this. He won't back down.
It's too intense.
I love that. That's great, man.
Crazy
How
stuff.
long a CD is it, do you think? The Matchbox 20 Greatest Hits?
70 minutes.
Yeah, that'd be right.
Which,
Fuck, that's
I mean,
a long time.
for a Greatest Hits CD, it's okay. But when you think about the context of playing it at Summerfest, he also has to pretend to DJ the whole time.
Yeah, fuck. Oh, painful. You encounter those videos online of like someone at a party DJing and nothing's plugged in. It's just a fucking mixing desk with like no power going to it
That's so
whatsoever.
good. Are they put-ons or are they genuine videos?
I think they seem genuine enough to me. There's enough of them that I'm sure some of them are. There's often in a nightclub or something, and there's clearly just, someone's put an iPod playlist
That's
on.
great.
But there's some fuckwit with like sunglasses on in the club who's got the big oversized Dr. Dre headphones, pretending to be mixing two vinyls, and it's just nothing's plugged in. You can see there's no power gun in there.
I like that.
It's good fun.
I like how vulnerable humans are.
He said cackling from his spaceship, plotting their demise. This is a real alien thing to say.
I said from within my prison that you built for me.
Yeah, well, thank God. I'm containing the alien menace in my very kitchen.
No, you're
Lured
not.
him in with a promise of nachos.
You're gaslighting me.
Stop saying it. I don't like it.
Can I say this?
Yeah.
That's all I've got time for.
Absolutely, me
this week.
too. Let's go to bed. Hey, thanks for joining us. If I get this out in time, come to the live show.
Yeah, you definitely will. It's on Sunday. It's not this coming Sunday.
I think it's
on Sunday the 14th of May at the Basement Theatre at 3 o'clock.
Oh, we just did.
Here in Auckland City.
We did the Bonus of the Heart one, their live show at the Basement today, and it was awesome. So many people turned up, like 100.
I didn't get to see the show, but I saw everyone coming out afterwards. A lot of smiling faces, a lot of happy customers.
That's good to hear. Look,
so come along to the live show Sunday, the 14th of May at the Basement.
Everyone's doing them, bro.
Yeah.
Walk out, boys. They got a live show. They come to that one too, please.
Absolutely.
The male gays, you betcha. Not only are they male and gay, they're also live at the Basement.
Wow.
When? I don't know. Look it up.
How do they fit it all in? Also, please come along to either of our respective stand-up comedy shows. I'm in Wellington next week from May 2 to May 6.
And on May 2, I start my show in Auckland. It's called Ladies and Gentlemen, and it stars Tim Batt as himself.
Great idea.
Yeah. When are you... And then we swap over, actually, don't we?
But head along if you want information. Mine's called Let's All Get in the Room Together. GuyMontComedy.com/shows.
I feel filthy. Filthy for doing promo
I've just
on
got
this podcast.
so many tickets to sell. It's crazy.
Mate, I feel you. Hey everyone, I hope you've enjoyed this podcast product, and I look forward to encountering you in the next one, where hopefully Guy and I will be able to... Oh, it probably won't be the next one. We're trying desperately to find a time when we can carve out a good session to do the director's commentary, because we don't take that responsibility lightly.
Yeah, but we haven't quite found it yet. Rest assured it's coming. And also special guests, special treats, kisses and hugs for all.
Absolutely. And I'll just say this, we normally say it on the friend zone, but if you're giving on Patreon, from the bottom of my heart, and guys, thank you so much. Love you guys. We'll try and get more goodies for you. Bye-bye. Kisses.
Ow!
This movie's still fine.
Zaccoli, pasta.
One of them dies, that guy's squirrel. One of them's a hottie, his name is Jay. One of them looks like Johnny Depp, and his name is Johnny Depp.
Classic Maximum Joseph.
You forget that films are supposed to have a point. Thanks for listening to this Little Empire podcast. We've got live shows happening in the New Zealand International Comedy Festival powered by Flick Electric Co. So go to comedyfestival.co.nz and buy tickets now. Meanwhile, if you enjoyed this show, maybe you should listen to Bonus of the Heart with Rose Matafeo and Alice Snedden.
Basically, on this podcast, we speak on all things about you know, celebrities, people in the atmosphere, in the ether that we would like to have sex with. And I mean, not sex with, you know what? Make love, or be in love with, or go on a date, or kiss for a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just sex. It's not just sex.
Maybe sex but no kissing, or maybe kissing but no sex. Maybe
sex but no kissing.
Maybe
Ooh.
only butt stuff.
Pretty Woman.
Yeah.
Oh, just butt stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe
maybe only foot stuff.